Welcome back, Global War in 1939. We are moving on with the Japanese turn, and we got everything figured out, planned out. So let's take a look at our options here. Before we get into any of that, let's look at our purchases. So this is round 6. A couple of more units do get unlocked for us, notably the amphibious tanks, which is essentially a light tank, but they get bonuses for if they make an amphibious attack off a transport, and not just themselves will get a bonus, but they also give a bonus to an infantry class, very similar to artillery. So they're a great asset to have. Get as many of them as you can. Also, self-propelled artillery get unlocked, which is essentially similar to regular artillery, but they have a movement of 2 on their own. They're not reliant on another unit like the mech to move the artillery 2 spaces for you. So, which is very handy, very great. So we're going to get on a monoclass battleship and infantry for 25. For 29, we're going to get 2 cruisers, a destroyer. For 16, self-propelled artillery, 2 special naval landing force, 2 normal infantry. And for a remainder of 20, 2 more self-propelled artillery and 2 of those amphibious tanks that I mentioned. So that's all that, and we'll worry about unit placement after. For attacks, again, it's going to be another busy turn. Japan seems to be conducting a lot of battles every round. Luckily, they're all small, so but they're all over the place. So, first battle, we have this sub over in 96. It did kill one of our transports last turn, so let's repay the favor and kill them. Hong Kong obviously needs to go, so we're going to kill that. Hunan, we might as well go in here. Bit of a risky battle, but let's take care of it. Manchuria, of course, we need to take that out. Chahar needs to go. Northern Manchuria, I want all my Japanese territory back. I don't want any of these communists terrorizing our citizens anymore. And let's return the favor. They started taking our land first. Let's start taking theirs. So we got 2 battles all the way up here. They're just walk-ons. So it'll be an extra $2 back in our coffins. Of course, we do want Hong Kong because it is tied to a bonus. Hong Kong is worth $3 to the Japanese. All right, that is it for here. We could go into a more. Do we want to? Interesting. They don't have any mechs. I just got the tanks. All right. And then the most risky part about... So we do have this situation down here. The Commonwealth are pushing back and trying to retake Calcutta to get FEC back in the game. We certainly do not want that. That's crazy. So let's fend them off. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take 1 transport from 67, bring it up to 68, back to 67. We're going to grab a man artillery. Our 2 veteran fighters are coming in. We have a bomber and a tactical in our ally Siam territory. That's coming in. We have 2 destroyers doing bombardments. So this should give us a full attack value of over 36. So right now we have attack value of 37. They're going to get 1 kill at least, leaving us with the artillery. But potentially they could get a second hit, and then we won't be able to claim the territory. So let's bring in another transport with that guy in this island here and bring him in. That'll guarantee us the win and to claim the territory, because they can only get a possible 2 hits. That will also deny the UK access to this naval port, limiting their movement by 1 I don't think it's really going to matter. I'm predicting, and I won't know until the Commonwealth turn, but I'm already predicting what their move is going to be, and getting rid of these tanks will hinder them quite a bit, and that extra movement I don't want them to have with their navy. So hopefully, with the moves with the Japanese are going to do, we're going to force the UK to do the move that we want them to do, but we'll see if they play ball. And again, we won't know until their turn. But let's see. We'll wait and see, I guess. That is it for attacks. Everything else is non-combat movement. All right. So this is actually figure out what we're going to bring in where. Okay. So over here, we have a destroyer in 76 on its own. We're going to bring that up to 96. It's somewhat safe. Not really. It's still under threat. We could lose it. We'll find out. But I want to get rid of that sub. And we'll bring in a fighter to guarantee the kill. They could come back at us, but actually, second thoughts, I'm going to call this battle off. I'm not sure if killing that one sub is worth it, but we are going to attack Guam. That needs to be a thing because it is tied to an economic bonus, because I already have all these other islands. Guam is now worth $6 for us, so we definitely want that. I'm not sure if the getting rid of that one sub, and that one sub is really not a threat on its own. It could be a threat, actually. That's fine. We'll leave the sub alone. I'm going to predict what they're going to do, but overall is not really too threatening. And I'm also predicting the Anzac Navy is going to head for the Atlantic. They seem to be prepping up to do that. But we will see, I guess. See what they do. Over here, so in Hong Kong, we are going in with everything from this Chinese territory except for one special naval landing force is staying behind. So all this will go in. So that's guaranteed a kill for us. We just got to worry about the counterattack. In Hunan, what are we going to do here? Hunan. Actually, we're going to keep we'll go in with everything except for 2 special naval landing force. We'll keep two back. In Hunan, we'll go in with 1 infantry, special naval landing force, and our 0. So that's 6. That gives us an attack value of 10. We could bonsai the infantry to give us 11. We could do that. Give us an 11. Or instead of the 0, let's use a veteran and then bonsai. So that gives us the 12 combat value that we need. Yeah, I think that's a little better. For Manchuria, we got the heavy artillery, 2 special naval landing force, and a regular artillery. We're also going to bring in... what else should we bring in? They'll guarantee the kill. I'm just worried about the counterattack. That should be good. I don't think they will counterattack. Could be wrong on that. You never know. Let's bring in 1 veteran, actually. For those territories way up north, we're going to take a transport from 124 down to 106, back to 124, and then up to 134 with the 2 Special Navy Landing Force in Shanghai. And we'll just drop 1 guy off each for both walk-ons. So that gives us $2 extra away and $2 away from the Russians. They have been invading our lands since turn 3, and we haven't really shown any kind of aggression. I don't think it's really fair. And these communist units have been terrorizing our citizens long enough, so we're going to push them all back and repay the favor by taking their land. Now that transport is at risk. There is an American bomber that could get there. Are they going to risk a bomber for a transport? I don't know. But if they do bring it up, even if they kill it, they'll have to land in either Amur or the Far East Republic, or this island here, Northern, whatever that's called. And then, of course, we'll just counter it. And do they want to lose a bomber? Do they want to trade a bomber for a transport? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to find out. For the rest of the battles, well, we got a 0 from Shanghai. That'll be going in. And infantry, of course, will need to go in. And another 0 from 124 will go in. That'll guarantee the kill. I guess we'll have to go in with 1 more man to guarantee taking the territory, because if they land a hit, we won't claim the territory. And I don't want that. What else? Everything in Dinar will go into Chahar. So this will guarantee that kill. Of course, his counter or his defense value could remove a guy, and that would not be good, but we'll see. So all of our attacks are guaranteed kills. We'll guaranteed win it. It just depends on how much damage they do to us. The rest will be non-combat moves, and we do have a few of them to make. We're not using those 2 veteran fighters for anything, are we? Not really. We got a plan for those. We'll worry about that in a second. Okay, so that is it for this. Let's actually run these battles. All right. Well, first, let's finish off our walk-on. So we have a transport in 92. So that's going to go to 93 for 1, 94 for 2. Grab the guy here and drop him off in Guam. So that's a walk-on. That's $6 more for us. That's the only walk-ons, yeah? Yes. Okay. Rest are non-combats. Okay, let's run the battles. We'll start down south, work our way up. Give me a second here. All right, so this could be the Madras battle. So it has a high likelihood of landing 2 hits. I'm just putting the bomber in 8 because where we are using a low luck now. Effectively, bombers are now has a combat value of 8. All right, so all this, I get 3 hits using a low luck. So that's all 3 him. We just got to worry about his counterattack. He does get 1 guaranteed hit, and then a roll at a 6 or less. So he's dead. He returns with a 9. Oh, lucky. I thought for sure we were going to lose 2 guys. So we lose 1 guaranteed, and that battle is over. So we take Madras. He loses access to that port, which is exactly what we want. Where's my markers? And more importantly than any of the naval port, I want to get rid of those tanks. They have a combat value of 6, and they are quite deadly, especially when they're behind a wall of infantry that you can't get to them. And every round of combat that goes on, the more likelihood they'll start doing a lot more damage to you. Let's do Hong Kong. We'll do the 2 Chinese territories. Of course, I got well over an attack value of 12. The Chinese territory on its own, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11. And then I'll use a bonsai to push it up to 12. So the way bonsais work, I'm allowed, as Japan, you can pick 3 different battles. And each of those battles, you're allowed to have 2 normal infantry get a +1. But the consequence of that, then you can't retreat. You're committed to the battle, which I'm going to win. I'm just worried about the counter. So we'll do Hong Kong. This is his counterattack into Hong Kong. Rolls an 8. I'm safe. In the other, what's this territory called? Hunan. His counter. Rolled it an 8 again. Fantastic. Fantastic. This is wonderful. So far, we've only lost 1 infantry so far. All right, let's move on to Manchuria. He's got 1 guy. I got 5 units. The heavy artillery is at 8. The other artillery is 4. So that's well over 12. We just got to worry about his counter. Rolls a 4. Oh my goodness, we lost a dude. What? We lost a man. Oh no. We're gonna lose a special naval landing force, because we're certainly not losing that veteran. That's nonsense. Oh, that's not good. I don't like that at all. Oh well, what are you gonna do? All right. Northern Manchuria, I got 2 zeros. That's a 12. His counter, a 2. Wow. Oh no, lost another dude. Oh man, we're down 3 infantry. It's not cool. All right, and Jahar, guaranteed kill, return, a 1. Wow. Wow. These communists, they're quite deadly. Quite deadly. I think we used up all of our luck against the regular Chinese. So our losses are 4 infantry, 1 of which is a special naval landing force. That's not cool. But they lost 5 infantry and 3 tanks. So we won the economic battle of that, of all the exchanges. And we gained a lot more territory. And they just certainly thinned us out a little bit up north. Not cool. Not cool. All right, so the rest of our non-combat moves. These 3 guys are going to reinforce Calcutta. All the planes that took part in Madras will go to Calcutta. The bomber could go back to Siam, I guess. go back to Madras. Nah, let's just keep it in here. That should be fine there. Should be fine. The Navy that didn't do anything in 67, the last transport and two cruisers, they'll go back to Sea Zone 70. And they're safe. And these guys have to stay there. All right. For over here. What are we going to do over here? Actually, this transport and cruiser will go to 85. What? No, let's keep it in 70. That's fine. It'll be safe there. Our two navies are going to go to 75. The other transport in 92, that will also come to 70 with the two Special Naval Landing Force getting dropped off. Okay. What else are we doing? Where's all my transports? Okay. So this transport in 92, that'll go up to 124. This transport in 124 is going to grab the artillery from Tokyo, and that will come down to 85. Drop the artillery off in Siam. This destroyer in 76, that's going to join Navy 3. That's the one with all the battleships. Up here to protect that transport, because I don't trust that bomber's not going to come over. That's going to come up to 134, and that should guarantee that bomber stays away. And the rest of the Navy will go to 106. So that's a carrier, a Armada class, 3 destroyers, and a sub. We'll go to 76. Okay, one more slight move. When I moved the Navy from 92, they had 2 zeros on carriers. We're going to take the zeros off. And they won't move with the Navy. They'll go to Siam. And the 2 veterans. I guess that carrier won't go to 75 either. That carrier in 92 will go to 70. And the 2 veterans, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 2 veterans will go on the carrier. All right, splitting the Navy up slightly, I guess. That's fine. That's fine. They're safe. Nothing can reach it. The only thing that can really reach it, he has 3 fighters and a bomber that could get there. Is he going to risk that? He might, actually. So let's add 2 more cruisers. So instead of going to 75 from 92. They'll go to 70. So now we got 4 cruisers, a carrier. They're not going to risk their Air Force over that. Plus, we have a scramble of, yeah, that'd be crazy. They're not going to do that. All right, now I think we're done. We just got a couple more planes to land. So the veteran that went here will go back to Shanghai. The artillery will move up 1 to Shantung. And the 2 zeros here. So 1 0 came from 124. Move 2. So still got 3 left. 1, 2, 3. Land on the carrier in 106. The other one came from here, Shanghai. Shanghai has a movement of 6 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can easily land back on the carrier. All right, that is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can't make it. I guess we'll move an air transport down to sleds. Oh, sorry, you didn't even see any of that. We had 2 air transports up in Tokyo. We're going to move 1 down to sleds. And I think we're good. Yeah, that'll be all right. Okay. That is it for the Japanese. All right, let's put on our unit placement. Obviously, our Navy is going into 124, so that's an Amato. 2 cruisers. And a destroyer. Will they go there? No, let's put them in 125. We'll put them in 125. That's fine. We still got the extra movement, so we're not losing that. And it guarantees a shield for us. Oh, again, apologies. Yeah, so that Navy, the Yamato class, 2 cruisers and the destroyer is going in 125. Down in Siam. The Siamese are building their own infantry. We're going to build 2 of our landing tanks, and then another special naval landing force will go in Siam. So we're allowed 4 units there total. Our self-propelled artillery will go in here. They have a movement of 2. And really, they have 2 dice at 2 for attacking. And they are artillery, so they do boost infantry. And the rest of our guys have no choice but to land up in our home territory. We'll put 2 infantry. No, we'll put 1 infantry in that major factory, and the other 3 will go in our home territory. Again, apologies. That is it for unit placement. All right, I'm going to add up all the income and get back to you in 2 seconds. All right, so our income for Japan, it's $80 for territorial, and then another 16 in bonuses. So our bonuses are coming from Calcutta, Singapore, we get 5 each, 1 for Hong Kong, And then the Money Islands gives us another 5. So total of 16. So that's 96 next round for the Japanese. Right, that is it for us. Passing the turn back to the Allies, and we'll see how they respond to all these maneuvers. All right, thank you for watching. Have yourself a great day.